Hello everyone, it's Nytbelle, welcome back, and today we're going to be playing Roman's Christmas again. Hopefully, we'll be finishing this weird restart that we've got going on. But without too much further ado, let's just jump right on into it. Let's get going. I should find a place to sit down and have a chat. Where should I sit? By the hearth. Drag a chair over to the fireplace. Anzox rose to get another drink. Heron touched his elbow with his empty mug. Would you mind filling mine as well, dear boy? Didn't take you for a drinker, father, says Anzox. Anzox balanced two mugs in one hand and his lute in the other as he headed towards the counter. I still think you'd make a great waiter. He filled the mugs and returned. Here you go, father. God bless you, my child. The red dragon shrugged and sat down. I sat next to Anzox. What's up? So, about Kane. It's been a long time since I last saw him. It's nice seeing him again. Yep. He's a good drinking buddy, even though he's never requested a song from me. If he did, wouldn't it be just like that Bible verse? Which one? Give not that which is holy to the dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine. Meh. Still, he's much better at drinking than you. When do you think the snow will stop? What do I look like, a village witch? How should I know? But I thought you just said that was me trying to raise spirits. Would you rather I say something like, oh no, the snow will keep falling and we'll all be trapped here till the spring thaw? If I said something like that, I'd have my tongue cut out. So it's better to say something nice. Goodbye. It's warmer sitting by your side. Naturally. Heron? Looks like the snow's not letting up. It is the will of God, I suppose. Unlike the flood that washes all sins away, no matter how heavy the snow is, it can only cover sin. That's still really confusing. So what? All the sins of Rome are buried deep down under the heavy snow, but the snow eventually melts, no matter how deep the sins are buried. They shall be revealed by the light of the sun. Thrivy sat down beside him. Can I help you? The work of a doctor. Must be hard, huh? Why are you asking this all of a sudden, Mr. Detective? So last time I said his medicine chest was heavy. Did I? I don't remember now. Yeah, I think I did. So let's talk about workplaces. Didn't you say you got here from another district because you lost your way? I did. Vela district is connected to 3 others. Lives of most people in each district are not so pleasant. Particularly in the Karnak district. Karnak? Have you been there, Mr. Detective? I had a case there a long time ago. I hope you didn't get sick when you went there. The population there is particularly vulnerable to dysentery. I didn't get sick, but I did get pushed off a roof and was stuck in bed for 3 days. My word, if you can recover from that sort of fall that quickly, then you must be quite robust. So about that book last night. I'm just curious, but what exactly was that weird-looking book you had last night? The cover had a bunch of symbols that were completely incomprehensible to me. Unsurprising, that book is written with a cipher to prevent others from accessing its knowledge. Maybe I shouldn't have asked. It's quite all right. Many ask that kind of question. I'm used to it. You're not going to tell me about the book, though. Nothing. Well then, a toast for your health, Mr. Detective. He raised his mug and shook it in the air, then took a sip. Go to the counter. I wouldn't worry so much, Miss Marquis Harlock. All you have to do is wait until the snow stops, and then you can make it to His Majesty's Christmas feast, says Vincent. Why, it is already too late. It's Christmas today. I am sure to miss the feast if the snow doesn't stop by noon. And there is also the matter of my carriage. Ah, la malchance, la malheur. I am sure that this is merely a temporary setback for you, Marquis. Lunac rolled his eyes. Do not try to flatter me, Marchand. So, Vincent, what brings you to me, my good detective? Why'd you come to Rim? I assume it's a long trip from your home to Rim, right? Certainly. I haven't traveled this far from LA Town in years. Is it your second time here? Not really. He paused a bit and continued fiddling with his gloves. It's my first time visiting the capital. I guess telling you to have a pleasant trip would be in poor taste. Oh no, not at all. His gloves were already on his hands properly, but he kept fiddling the edges. What'll you request? Didn't you say before you might hire me for a case? Indeed, my good detective. Anything you want to share about that? So I'll have time to prepare? It's just investigating a trivial matter. Easy as it sounds, no need to over-prepare. Right. Spice business must be making money lately, given the price of pepper in the city just tripled. The same goes for cinnamon and cloves. Even the price of basil has gone up quite a lot. I know it's the holidays, but surely it can't be that expensive. It's because the spice shipments haven't arrived at the port yet. Merchants are still consuming their inventories while waiting for that cargo. Naturally, the price goes upward as the supplies dwindle. Right. But those gloves of yours, they look very stylish. He stretched his bow tie and put it together. Great minds think alike. I've always preferred thick gloves, especially those thick enough to retain their shape while empty. Ah, of course. Okay. I raised my bucket. He did too. To Christmas. To snow. Our mugs clicked, and I could smell the aroma of pale ale mixed with fresh basil in his cup as his drink sloshed. Lunik? He didn't seem to notice me. What terrible weather. Snowstorm day? When will this snow even stop? I think that it could still go for some time. Some of the... And then here's him just talking about the banquet. He wants to know about his horses. I don't like him. He's a cheaty with cheating hands. He's a cheater pumpkin eater. Your horses, they froze to death last night. What? That's outrageous. Calm down, Marquise. Let me Je le savais. I knew that dragon was useless. I knew it by his look. He undoubtedly wouldn't be able to keep my horses safe. Actually, and that shark, more muscle than sense. I could literally smell his stupidity from here. Ne jamais faire confiance. Actually, the horses were dead before they were led back. My apologies. Christmas banquet? Talking about the wine. They pointed to Anzos by the fire. Recount. I don't think you ever... Oh, he's talking about food this time. Peacock. Wolves didn't appear because of the fierce opposition of the home country. What about dragon? Well, there was one. On the menu. This doesn't make sense. Domestic animals. For their enjoyment, you could find whole cattle, dolphins, more exotic dishes, a peacock roasted. Wolves didn't appear on the menu due to the fierce opposition of the Home Secretary. The flavor of a whole shark was so peculiar that no one touched it until the end of the banquet. And then what about dragon? Oh, there was one, pointed to Anzox. I don't think you ate Anzox. That's weird. And this is talking about the disputed case from last time. The tavern. The room is unfashionable. He doesn't like the room. Talk to Solar. So you feel uneasy. Better if she's alone. Okay. Front table. Peter was starting to sway and let out a belch. Giannis clapped him on the shoulder. You okay, Peter? He was passed out on the table. Don't get into drinking contests with the Anish. Sharks can excrete alcohol through their skin, so it's impossible to beat them. Can they? I know they live on, like, ammonia and urine, so... Giannis was gulping his ale. Peter was dying fastly. Giannis, gotta admit, he did better than I thought. I thought he'd give up at the third cup, but he made it all the way through number 4. Elegant? My eyes met her when I looked at her. About yesterday? It was a good end last night. Well done. Although I admit a murder case would have raised your cachet. I'm here to enjoy my vacation, not solve murders. But today, assuming things don't change, there will be another case. Another one? Vincel will set up a trap that injures Anzox. You told me that Vincel was my client. Why would he set something up to hurt Anzox? It's a long story. Sarzan finished arguing with Kane, walked out of the kitchen, and pulled the dartboard out from underneath the counter. If any of you want to do something while you wait for dinner, I recommend playing a game of darts. I'm only offering the dartboard and darts. Any bets you want to place are up to you. Yeah, says Anzox. He bounced up from his seat with an eager grin. I guess the idea of possible loot or a sense of challenge had kindled some long-lost instincts from his ancient dragon ancestors. Heron's not going to participate. Thurby's going to watch first. Lunic's going to watch. Solar says it's tempting, but she'll watch as well. Vincel's going to go check his luggage so he can leave as soon as the snow stops. And he has escaped. Peter's just going to watch. Yanis says he should just try it. And pulled him out of his seat. Elegant wants to join in to see what happens. That makes 7 participants. Yeah, I'll play. Sure, why not? Of course, frankly speaking, I practiced for it. So that makes 8. Let's get started. Vince's upstairs. I'll get him. He was in the corridor holding the wooden handle, which was tied with the rope and trying to snap it. Mr. Roman, what brings you here? He hid his hands behind him as soon as he saw me and smiled. Everyone's waiting downstairs so the gate can start. I see. Well, I'll be there in a moment. He stepped forward and tried to go around me, and I raised my hand to block his way. So I'll get right to the point. What? You're trying to break the handle and put it back, aren't you? That way, when Heron comes up here to get his rosary, it'll snap, and the ladder, not latter, will smash his head in. Unfortunately, your plan won't work. Someone else will be the victim. So I suggest you give up now. If you don't stop this, the innocent person is going to get hit by the ladder instead of Heron. You... His hair stood up and his eyes widened. What are you talking about? I was just resting my hand on this handle. Knowing what happened to you and your brother, I understand why you want revenge on Heron. But... That's Vincel. How did you know that? I'm a detective, Vincel, or should I call you Jonathan? There, that look of shock makes this all the more satisfying. I know you want revenge for your brother, but this isn't the way. No. His tail lashed angrily, his lips pulled back to show teeth. I have to. I hired someone to track him and his accomplice, and now here he is, in his tavern. This is God giving me an opportunity. Considering how your prior 2 attempts turned out, I have to disagree. I won't let you kill him, but I can help you bring him to justice. All you have to do is look the other way. Your trap will actually hurt Anzox. I know you're expecting Heron to go upstairs and get his rosary at dinner time, but you've missed something. Heron has been sending Anzox to do things for him, so Anzox will trigger the trap. And for your troubles, you will be tied up in the cellar, and trust me, you won't enjoy staying in there. However, you'll manage to escape and try to murder Heron in his room, but unbeknownst to you, Heron and Peter will have exchanged rooms, so you'll murder Peter by mistake. And if you don't listen to me right now, all you'll end up doing is enjoying the taste of the appleseed poison you've got hidden in the pinky finger of your glove. How did you know? Now, I've got an idea for how to get what you want without any bloodshed. What do you say? What is it? A bit of divine intervention. What? Deus ex machina. Okay. We'll talk about the plan in the attic after dinner. Remember, to ask Sarzan and Anzox to join us. Now, let's go downstairs and play a game. I went downstairs with Vincel. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. That's fine, says Sarzan. We're just about to start. He lifted up the dartboard and hung it on the wall behind the counter. With its peeling black paint and riddled with hundreds of dart holes, the dartboard looked as old as his tavern. He took 3 darts from the groove behind the board and put them on the table. 3 darts only, throw them in turns. I won't give you more in case you toss them around. Also, and this should be obvious, do not stick them to the table. Well, no, that's just a tempting bait. Anzox walked in front of the table first. Stand behind this brick, says Sarzan. Yeah, ready, fire! So, we've already seen this. Their V says it's too tall. Gets 50 points. More than Anzox said, he got 40. Vincel, I've not played darts in a long time, so please forgive my humble showing. He took the darts in his left hand and took aim. 5, 20, tripled, 1, 28 in total. Sure enough. Oh well. Next, says Sarzan. Yanis is ready. He got 60. He says so. Next. Peter is asking how to hold it. And Sarzan is telling him not to throw it at the wall, and especially not the pictures, or else he'll be in big trouble. 60 points in total with 2 misses, and he's pretty happy about himself. And he's asking about what sort of beginner's luck this is. Elegant, if I may. 80 in total. Luck favors her as well. That wasn't luck, and you know it. I'm helping Sarzan. Sarzan got 71. Yay! As to be expected. My turn. Move your paws to aim the dart. Meow. So I don't know what's going on here, but that's okay. Half bullseye, 25. Half bullseye, 25 again. Oh, I guess that's it. I keep getting half bullseye, 75 in total. I bested him. I got 7. Second. Is it really true you were practicing every day? I say. Sorry, this is just a warm-up. The next one will be the real thing, but first let me find my keychain. That one? Says Survey. That's it. Where the heck did it go before? Vincel's acting. Peter pulled me aside. Roman, could I ask you to do me a favor? What is it? He wants to send a letter to Hela. A little Harry had his eye on. We don't know if she can read, but she can have someone else read it for her. I can't refuse. I promise I'll write it. Just tell me what you want to say and I'll write it out. And then he's really happy about that. Vincel had lost all of his 45 state wager in a few rounds. Although it wasn't a big amount for him, he looked mournful as he walked back to the counter. Yanis turned the tables in the latter round and even won a little. Elegant pretended to be a novice, and finally managed to lose only a small sum of money. Anzox and Sarzan were in first and second place. I figured that Sarzan was going to win the whole pot with his techniques, but Anzox got an unexpected 360 points in one. Seems luck didn't bless the two rookies, as Peter and Thurby tried hard, but could only break even. I was not in a good mood, so I lost more than Elegant did. Why was I in a bad mood? Sarzan was absent for later turns because he was busy preparing Christmas dinner in the kitchen. Sarzan, I can't manage this all by myself. Kane, lend me a hand. Oh, yay, Kane's helping. If only I'm allowed to prepare the stew. All right, just get in here. Kane smirked and followed Sarzan into the kitchen. Yay! Christmas afternoon. What should I do now? Ooh, I can chat, I can read. Let's chat with Anzox. Walked towards the corner he was sitting in. The lute was gently pressed against his body as he plucked the strings softly and hummed with the tune. This song sounds a little familiar. What is it? 'Tis an old lullaby. So it's not strange that you think it's familiar. He continued to hum, and I sat nearby to listen. The others in the pub seemed to sleep soundly. Wait, what? Although I don't know why I can't just relax. Probably because of Anzox. He seems like the type to start playing fast-paced dance music the second everyone starts nodding off. Think you could play something a bit more Christmassy? I'll do that after dinner. I'll be in a better mood once I have a full stomach. Smell of mutton gradually wafted in from the kitchen. Anzox and I couldn't help turning our heads. Sarzan, Christmas dinner is almost ready. Could you guys help bring the tables together? Roman, well, me. Okay. Saracen, I'll start serving dinner when everyone's here. Heron, Yanis, and I started moving the 3 round tables, placing the long table on top and laying 3 red and green striped tablecloths. It was getting dark and everyone gathered at the table. Merry Christmas, says Anzox. Yanis, with the music already, Anzox. Anzox, you can wait till after I fill my belly, Yanis. I'm not playing until after the dinner, no matter how much money I'm given. Yanis, what about 20 rare? Anzox, pay me first. Kane stepped out of the kitchen carrying a large steaming pot. Stewed carrot. Vincel pulled his plate back. Wow, says Peter. And my stewed mutton, says Saracen. Vincel pushed his plate forward. Picky. Saracen took the lid off the 2 pots and jogged back to the kitchen. He soon returned with 2 large platters of grilled meat and baked apples. But there are still apples in this season. If stored properly, you can eat them all year round. Although this plate is my last stock. As soon as Saracen set the last few dishes down, everyone started to reach out. Wait a minute, says Vincel. Says Yanis. Yanis' hands hung in the air, his eyes looking a bit vicious. I've nearly starved to death. Forget about the prayer, says I. Vincel finally came to himself and covered his mouth. I snatched a roast apple before Yanis could reach out his hand. We ate a proper Christmas dinner. Now it's time to deal with the real business at hand. I lowered the ladder slowly to the corridor. Vincel, Anzox, and Saracen followed me up. So, Detective, what is this cunning plan of yours? I plan to make him confess his crimes, and then we can take him to the judiciary. And how do you plan to do that? Well, I need some help from Saracen and Anzox. Says Anzox. Well, you may sacrifice a little, but I'm sure Vincel will reward you handsomely, right? Only if this mad scheme works. Deal. Saracen, you still have those fake angel wings you wore for April Fools? Let me think. They should be around here somewhere. Why? Yeah, they're actually, near your bed in that storage area. I looked at Anzox. Do you know any hymns? Something nice and familiar, like you'd hear in one of Rim's churches. Fake wings and hymns? What are you talking about or thinking about? Says Anzox. Listen, we'll dress you with the wings and lower you down to Heron's window on the 2nd floor with the rope. An absolutely fascinating plan, says Elegant. Right on cue. Is Heron in his room? This whole I know everything business of yours is going tiresome. You're just jealous. He is praying at his window. Take your time. I doubt he will be going anywhere. Ready or not. So what do I do now? Says Anzox. We'll lower you down from the attic to the 2nd floor, then you begin playing the lute. If Heron says something, memorize it. He's got his tiny little angel wings. We may send him to jail if he admits he and the abbot stole the money and blamed it on the Noble brothers. Of course, if he admitted to bullying Thurvey too, that would be even better. A literal god from a machine? Is this seriously gonna work? I don't think Heron is particularly pious. Piety has nothing to do with it. Guilt is what matters. What if he thinks my appearance is a good omen and has no intention of confessing? If he doesn't want to confess, just threaten him with hellfire and damnation or something. Trust me, any angel that looks like you could only be an angel of judgment. Says Anzox. I handed one end of the rope to Saracen and tied the other around Anzox's waist. I'll go to this door and listen. When you're ready, let Anzox down slowly. Vince and I quickly climbed down the ladder and put our ears against Heron's door. Oh my goodness. What? Heron, please, whisper in my heart so that your truth may fill my soul and purify my sin. May you guide me to the path of... Oh boy. Anzox, confess your sins, Friar Heron, lest hellfire consume you. I will say this, Anzox is definitely the right person for this job. For a moment, even I was convinced that an angel had come down to smite Heron. I have committed unforgivable sins, says Heron, and performed unrighteous deeds. I aided the abbot in stealing from the funds to restore God's cathedral. I falsely accused the innocent of fraud. Please, God save me. Show me the way. Vincel's smile was wide and gleeful. Do you admit to bullying the weak? Says Anzox. I have harmed the weak. Yes, please. I will take 10 times the pain I inflicted on him. Just forgive me. Thrivy, who had come upstairs to find out what was going on, froze as he heard Heron's hoarse screaming. When it stops snowing, just repeat what you said to Judiciary, okay? I pushed open Heron's unlocked door, and the hyena turned to look at me in astonishment. Merry Christmas, happily ever after. Oh, that's it! Okay. Please tell me this is the real end. Oh, Anzox. Everyone's happy! Everyone's alive, more like. Couldn't really talk to Yanis about being accessory to... Thank you for saving us. For being accessory to adultery. After that dramatic moment, we stayed in the tavern for 2 more days before the snow stopped. The murders that should have happened there were now only in my memories. The White Star Tavern is still there with steady customers. Anzox finished the story of Draconia. Although the ending wasn't satisfying, it was still an ending. When he comes to the White Star, sometimes he tells his audience a story about the Christmas murders that never happened. Sarzin now has one more thing to look forward to outside of his collection of fluffy white dragon portraits. Thrivy occasionally comes to the tavern for a drink after work. After Heron's trial, Vincel's record was cleared, and he returned to the capital as a spice merchant. Sure, he may not have his family fortune anymore, but he seems happy to have his family name cleared and his title reinstated. Heron was escorted to the Judiciary after the snow stopped. He escaped the noose thanks to his affiliation with the church, but he still is going to stay in jail for a long time. I heard Thrivy sometimes visits him in his cell. Kane! Under Sean's recommendation, Kane became Lunik and Solar's cook. From his letter, Sean and Kane's relationship seems to be better than ever. Oh no. As for Lunik and Solar, I don't know how long their relationship will last, but I hope that nothing bad happens. Yanis is still a regular customer, and he still hides his secrets. He escaped death at Lunik's hands, but the ultimate problem remains unsolved. For most people, homosexuality is still a felony. If someone like Yanis was accused of such behavior, they might even be sentenced to death. If Apollyon stopped regarding it as a crime, maybe situations like Lunik's and Yanis's would be avoided. No, because one of them is still an adulterer and the other one is still okay with that. You both suck. I don't know. As for Peter, he still orders carrot stew as always. Though I suggest he gets Anzox to write that love letter instead of me. As for me, I still get clients at my office. The work is steady, especially since Elegant decided to set up shop with me. It's time to wake up. I got a big case today. And that's it. Well, everyone, thank you so much for finally finishing Roman's Christmas with me. I hope you had so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope I was able to make you smile, at least for a little bit of that. And I hope you all know that you'll mean a lot to me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, sleep, whatever it is that you're doing after this. And I'll see you all next time with something new. So, see you then. Bye-bye!